Over the last 2 weeks, you've learned a lot, including business modeling, finance, IP, communication skills, negotiation, and leadership. You've met some inspirational innovation leaders and entrepreneurs, some of them your peers, some of them more senior. We hope you've learnt a bit more about yourselves and about each other. Today, fellows, is when we put it all together and turn everything that you have learnt and experienced in London over the last 10 days into 180 seconds of just your brilliant selves. Here in front of me is our distinguished judging panel who you will be pitching to. They may be representing fierce prospective investors for you, toughened corporate execs who you may be looking to partner with or license your innovations to. They may be hard to convince potential customers or even prospective senior execs that you would like to persuade to join your project. I'm now going to ask our judging panel to introduce themselves one by one, starting with our head judge, Dr. Steve Cleverly.
Good morning, fellows. I'm delighted to be here and to have been invited to be your judge on this panel today. You've seen me around the academy, you've seen me at the venue over the last 2 weeks. So I'm the CEO of Oxentia. I'm delighted to be leading this training program with you all here today. So I'll let my fellow judges introduce themselves.
Morning, my name is Rebecca Moody. I'm Enterprise Manager at the University of East London, so responsible for developing entrepreneurial skills, delivering enterprise within the curriculum and helping people commercialize their research. My particular interest in China is I'm a Chinese associate with the National Centre for Entrepreneurship Education, so I work closely with universities and education establishments in China to help them embed entrepreneurship across the curriculum.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Dajia hao. My name is Mark Headley. I'm a director at the China-Britain Business Council. So we're the main trade body helping to facilitate trade and investment between the UK and China. I have a particular focus on technology and innovation, so work both with Chinese investors in the UK and also British companies looking to export their technology into China. Best of luck today.
Thank you. Ni hao ma. Good morning, I'm Peter, and I've had my business since I was 12. I was selling computer games when I was 12-year-old. And then I had a web hosting company while I was at university, and I was approached by a NASDAQ-listed company for that company. And so I've had many businesses, some more successful than others, some have failed, I've really learned a lot from that. I made some small angel investments, and I also run a social impact initiative, helping people connect to the internet. And I'm also now setting up a resort, a retreat, to help people who have too much internet access to just switch off a bit and relax. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, can we please welcome our judges? Okay, I'd also like to introduce you to my pitch room team, our timekeeper, Pete Moores. Fellows, when you have 1 minute left, Pete will show you a 1 minute sign. He will keep that sign up until he can see you've acknowledged it. There will then be a 30-second warning, and then finally a finish. Okay. I will interrupt you when your 3 minutes is up. Our AV monitor, Alex Smeets, will ensure your slides are up and ready, and Hannah will ensure all runs according to plan in the pitch room. Finally, fellows, you will have noticed that there is a film crew with us. This is because we thought that pitching at the headquarters of the Royal Academy of Engineering to a distinguished judging panel in a foreign language perhaps wasn't nerve-wracking enough. So we thought we would video stream your pitches live across the world. Welcome to our online audience in the world, wherever you are. Okay, here's the plan. I will announce the next person to pitch, and then the one after them. This person will need to go to the back of the room, to the film crew, to get fitted up over here with a lapel mic. Please enter and exit the pitching area on this side so that you avoid crossing the camera line here. So I would like all pitchers to be over here or go behind the camera. If you'd like to move now, please go over to that side of the room. I only need the pitchers in the first 6 pitchers to be definitely over here because we have a break. Okay. Fellows, when you pitch, you will notice that there is a pink cross on the floor. We'd like you to stand near this pink cross so that we can ensure you are in the camera field of view. Fellows, please take your time. I will check that you are ready before we start, that your slides are ready, that our timer is ready, and that you are ready. Right, that's the hard bit over. Now on to the pitches. The rules are simple. You have 3 minutes to pitch, after which you will have 4 minutes of questions and feedback from our judging panel. This will also be timed. We will hear 6 pitches, and then we will stop for a 15-minute coffee break. We will then reconvene for the final 6 pitches, and then we will break for lunch. Any questions? Good. Oh, one more announcement. Judges, fellows, guests, and our online audience, today in the UK is Red Nose Day, a national charity event run by Comic Relief where we raise money for people less fortunate than us across the world. China, you ready? Judges, you ready? Okay. So, please, everyone, it's time for our first pitcher. Will you all please welcome to the pitch room, Baisheng. Okay. Baisheng, please come forward. Now, after Baisheng, we have Shuwei. Shuwei, please make sure that you are mic'd up and ready.
It's ready.
Okay, Baisheng, you can see your slides. Pete, you ready? Yeah. Judging panel, you ready?
Yes.
Baisheng, in your own time.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Baisheng Nie from China University of Mining and Technology. And we know air pollution in China is very serious. About 400,000 people die early each year. Coal mines in China are responsible for about 4 or 5% of country's carbon emissions. Our technology can provide a new method to turn non-cubic meters of methane into clean, renewable energy. In addition, there are about 25,000 chemical plants, and they can also benefit from our technology. My project is a waste-gas to energy technology that enables coal mines and chemical plants to generate electricity and reducing their emissions with high-velocity combustion. Unlike other approaches, my project has a low capital cost, low running costs, and can reduce the emission massively and save lives. Business model, now we have one joint venture between our university, an investor, and a coal mine. That is, the investor provides funds for equipment, our university installs equipment, and the coal mines provide methane and pay for renewable energy. profit belongs to the investor and our university. Market plan, now we have an inventor patent application. We have a case in operation, and another is in negotiation. We will identify new partners from the 100 commands. Over the long term, I will apply our technology to the other countries. Here, we are looking for investment of 200,000 pounds, and your share will be 50% of the money paid. It is estimated at 100,000 pounds per plot per year. Thank you very much. Please join us. Monday wait for you.
Okay, judges, please, some questions.
Thank you. Very interesting presentation. How big do you think the market opportunity is worldwide for your innovation?
Innovation now I have a CEO. Yong Ma University. We have a new startup company.
How many plants do you think you could?
Oh, now we have one coal mines operates. Yeah. Oh, in China. Oh, because in global, it's there are coal mines country, they will use my technology, but we have the deeper research for every country. I know in Australia, they have 20 or 30 coal mines. They can use our technology. Yes. In China, it's 2,000 coal mines. Yes.
Thank
you. You're welcome.
Can I ask a question as well? I thank you for your presentation. My question is, this technology, does it replace an existing technology doing something similar, or is this completely novel, unique? And second question, who are your competitors?
Oh, yeah. First question, I think now in China, it's missing less than 5% coal mine directly released to the atmosphere. They didn't use the technology to solve this problem. And I know it's another approach is a catalytic method. But they now is just in research status, and it's a far away from the market. Another question is compound? Or?
Well, it's connected, so who are your competitors? Do you have any competitors?
Oh, yeah. Now in China, you have no competitors. And yes, I know that. Yeah, thank you.
When you convert the waste to the energy, are there any byproducts? Do you use 100% of the waste?
I'm sorry.
So when you convert the waste to the electricity, are there any waste products?
Oh, yeah.
Byproducts?
Oh, that's a product is about that's waste gas. It's can deal with them by the normal method. It's just a little. It's a CO2 and water. That's the products. Yeah, use my technology.
Thank you. So you said about carbon emissions. Tell me a bit more about carbon emissions. How does that work? You said it reduces carbon emissions, but can you just tell me a little bit more about it?
Combustion emission?
Carbon emissions, yeah.
I'm sorry. It's
You mentioned about the pollution and the carbon emissions and how this is solving that problem.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So tell me more.
It's, in China, the carbon emission for commerce is 500 million tons. Yes.
Okay. No more questions, I'm afraid, on carbon emissions. Thank you very much. Time's up. Well done, Baisheng.
Thank you.
Well done, man. Well done. That's right. Just put it there. Okay. Our next pitcher, Shuwei. Please welcome Shuwei. Shuwei. Now, after Shuwei, we have Yi Liu. Okay, right. After 10 days, they're very well disciplined, these fellows. You know what you're doing, don't you?
Thank you. Yeah.
Right. Okay, right. So, Shuwei,
Yes.
slides are ready,
Yes.
time is ready, judges are ready, in your own time.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. So my pitch is for investment, and it is about a wheelchair-mounted detection for falling accident. So let's say in US, there are 2 million wheelchair users, and 80,000 falling accidents happen every year. So we are approached by a Chinese wheelchair manufacturer, and they say, okay, we want to have this function to detect such falling accident. Then we came up with this innovation with both hardware and software. The hardware includes the camera and the rig. The software tracks and identifies the person and also detects the falling accidents. Then, although there are many wheelchair users worldwide, but we are only focused on the customers, our partner, Intercom. So they sell 268,000 wheelchairs last year, and this will be our initial customer group. So when we're talking about competition, then there are mainly 2 groups. The first one is a fixed camera system like on the wall, but it's not useful when people go out. And the second is the wearable, like bracelets and necklace. But it's good if you go outside, but it's unlikely that you will have your gadget with you all the time. You will probably forget. But our system is mounted on the wheelchair, so it means you will not forget, and it's good for both indoor and outdoor. Then our business model is to design and sell this system to both individual customers and several customer groups. We are at, let's say, a very early stage right now. We expect to complete this prototyping in 6 months and then go to mass production in the next 6 months. I'm the technical guy, but we got people from the sales and marketing background, and our CEO was the former vice president of this manufacturer, Intercom. So this will give us, let's say, advantage in building the connections. Then we are looking for 200,000 pounds in exchange for 20% the company share. Then as co-founders, we put together 40,000 pounds to kickstart the project. The money is already there. So thank you for listening. Yeah, please feel free to ask questions.
Okay, judges.
Can I go first? Yeah, thank you for your presentation. Do you have any idea of what the scale of the market opportunity is in terms of total, total achievable market?
Yeah, I actually discussed this question very extensively with my mentor. We can, let's say, do some market research and come up with some, let's say, reasonable numbers. But after kind of like serious thinking, we decide to, let's say, to start from this, let's say, first initial reachable customer group first. So let's say the customers, the potential customer, and the existing customers of our partner. Yeah. So, that's our current, mind. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Can you just explore a little bit more on that for me on sales?
Sales.
What are the sales projections? Yeah.
All right. Oh, projections.
Yeah.
I think this is quite relevant to this, the question proposed by Liz. I will say it's quite difficult for me to do the forecast right now. It's also be like personality, I would say. It's difficult for a technical person like me to do some forecasting or without, let's say, some real investigation or some real hands-on experience.
Offered you £1 million today.
Yeah.
How many of these units can you sell tomorrow?
Let's say if we partnership with our this manufacturer, then let's say if we can sell 10% to 10% of our customers, then it will be 26,000 units per year.
And what's the profit margin? What are you selling it for?
I don't leave the price here, but the price will be like £50 per unit. Yeah, so the profit margin will be like 60%. Yeah.
Does the £50 per unit include the wheelchair, or is that just for
No, just for as like a plug-in.
Right.
Yeah. No, the wheelchair is £50. No one will buy it.
What proportion of the wheelchair cost would it be, though? So if you're I mean, I have no understanding of wheelchair costs, but presumably, are you looking at the high end of the market for very high-end wheelchairs? This type of thing?
So actually, wheelchair, they are mostly divided into, let's say, 2 levels. The first one is a manual one, so you use it by like this way, and the second one is like electrical one. So it's actually, let's say, we need to do like specialized design for. If it's the manual one, we need to do actual battery. Yeah, but if it's like electrical one, we can just plug in to the wheelchair battery. Yeah, so it's like different. Yeah.
And one final question. Did you explore the possibility of offering this as a service as well, or would potentially the wheelchair manufacturer provide this as a service?
Oh, yeah, this is a very good question, I would say. So whether, let's say, we just provide the product directly to the wheelchair company, or we sell it, like, say, use their distribution network and sell it to customer, to be honest, is still under negotiation with the wheelchair manufacturer. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No more questions, judges? All right, thank you very much, Shuwei. Well done. Okay, judges, please use the mic when you're, just a reminder. Try and remember to pass the mic on. Right, next up. Yi, you ready?
Yeah.
Come on to the pink spot. Come on,
Okay.
please welcome Yi Lu to the pitching area. After Yi, we have Shuwei.
Okay.
Shuwei. I've had Shuwei. That's Shuwei. Sorry.
Shui. Yeah. Okay.
I'm an expert at pronouncing names in different countries.
Okay.
It's what I'm here for.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, your slides are ready. Pete's ready. Judges, you all right? Okay. Yi, in your own time.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Yi Liu. I'm from ERI, Tsinghua University, China. ERI stands for Energy Internet Research Institute. I'm here not presenting an innovation. I'm here asking for partners in Europe. Sorry about that. Okay. These are the areas we are working on in China, and I can assure you, these are the most active and dynamic areas, energy areas in China. We are lucky enough to work in these areas. We are doing 3 things. Developing new technologies internally, we are incubating startups, and we are building clean tech community worldwide. And you can find us in Chengdu and Beijing. We are the leading institute in China in energy area. We have more than 200 employees full-time. And we are well connected to almost all the big energy corps in China. And we literally wrote the national policy promoting energy internet in China, and we are helping the National Energy Administration monitor and evaluate the first 55 national pilot projects. And here comes me again, the Deputy Director for Business Development, Technology Commercialization, and International Collaboration. About incubating startups, we have 5 graduated incubatees in the past 3 years. The total valuation of them is $300 million USD. And this is the biggest one. They are doing wireless charging, on the phones. And they have over 70% of the patents in the world. And the total valuation of them is $150 million USD. We started building worldwide clean tech community last year. I think, we are doing well if we were able to ignore US, the UK, and Europe. Because we have a strong presence in China, for sure. and we have a good and growing network in the US. Actually, there will be more than 10 incubators and more than 20 startups join us this June in Chengdu Summit. So where are you? Here comes the ask. Where are you? And who will you be, my UK and EU partners? You know we can deliver China. You know we have good connections to almost all the big energy corps in China. And you know we have the insights of China energy market, both technology and business-wide. And you can trust us with our understanding of our own business culture and practice. So what are you waiting for? Join us. Let us innovate together, make the world greener. Thank you.
Okay, judges. Questions for you, please.
Hi, thank you for your presentation. I understand the ask is very clear that you're looking for partners, but I just wondered if you could talk a little bit more through what that partnership model looks like. You're looking for kind of UK-based energy companies to work with and do joint collaboration, or you're looking to support some of your Chinese enterprises coming into the European market. Could you maybe talk a little bit more through around the cooperation model that you're looking at?
Yeah, sure. You know, we started, building the community last year, so we are kind of flexible at this moment. And I can give you a little example. If you can see over there, the CEF, California Energy Fund, which is funded by California Energy Commission, we are working with them. And, they are our US partner. They will recruit the startups in the US and bring them to China. And probably, we will, let's say, export some Chinese technology into US through them. I think that's an example. I think we can do the same thing in the UK and EU. That's, at least one of my objectives.
Yeah, I think we can maybe have a conversation
afterwards. Oh, yeah, afterwards. Yeah.
Okay. No, I think Mark's your guy.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
You have more time with Yi. Any other questions?
Yeah, you can ask me more questions if you want.
Crystal clear pitch, Yi, obviously.
Okay.
Can I just ask how, what the kind of financial model is, because you potentially don't get a return straight away when you work with someone. So how do you sustain?
Okay. I think, first of all, I think, the big energy corps in China will pay us. We are doing the summit this June, and, there will be sponsorship fee, right? That's the first thing. And we are recruiting, innovative startups from all over the world for them. So we are, thinking about the membership fee from the big corps, and we've already started talking with them, about this idea. I think, they're open to this.
And beyond this presentation being streamed worldwide, how are you planning to market this opportunity within the UK and Europe?
Yeah, I think, that's why I'm here, really. Get the exposure in UK and EU because, we have, let's say, strong connection to the US because a lot of Chinese people go to US to study, let's say, clean energy because the Obama administration was driving that, right? So I'm kind of hope to get included in the clean tech community here in UK and EU so that people can know us. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
I have a question now. Thank you very much. So who is the customer? Is it energy companies? Is it universities? Or is it everybody?
Yeah, I think, we have, let's say, three kinds of customers. The first one is the big corps because they are the markets, right? So we will have to provide service to them. The second one is the innovative startups. They are the ones we really want to serve because they are the ones with ideas. And the third one is the organization like us, an institute doing research and development. Not only fundamental research, but more like application research. So I think basically three organizations and investors because they kind of control the startups. I'm guessing. Yeah.
Maybe one last question from me. I wonder because obviously one of the things that we experience is the challenges that you have bridging.
Thumbs up.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, judges.
Later. Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much, Yi.
Thank you.
Well done. Good pitch. Okay. Judges, you all right? Do you need a minute to fill out your sheets? Right. Can we please welcome our next pitcher, Shuwei? Okay, Shuwei. Now, after Shuwei, we have Taijiao. You ready? Great. Everybody's here. Okay, so, Shuwei, your slides are up.
Okay.
Pete's ready.
Yep.
Judges, you
Judges, yeah, you ready?
ready? In your own time.
Okay. Judges, distinguished guests, and fellows, good morning. And today I'm very glad to be here to share our projects. Our staff is just 1 year old, so we are pretty young. So every day when we come across the LED screen, posters, promotions, so how many of us can still remember the content? Yeah? I guess most of us cannot remember the content because they are boring, they are not smart, and they are not interactive. So we come up with this solution, which is smart, and which is interactive, which is more interesting. So our solution, the innovation of our solution is focused on the interaction between sensors and smarter. The whole solution is interactive with people, and we can design the image and the videos and make them dynamically project and mapped anywhere. So just like this. For example, like Steve, when you sit on the chair, and the sensor will sense you, and the butterfly can fly on your body. And when you get off, and the butterfly will fly off to somewhere else. So that's the small case example to show us. And the whole system is scalable for roof and for wall and for roof, for floors as well, for the huge size. And the solution, our solution is creating the value for the clients is impressive for audio and video experience, especially for the exhibition part. We can make the whole design more interesting and let them stay longer and attract more visitors. And our social impact is to improve public engagement. So competition. The middle side is our company, and the left-hand side is hardware supplier. Right-hand side is design companies. So we had talked to them before, and they tend to work together with us. So market size from here is huge market size. We take example as exhibition, so we can see it's a huge opportunities here. And now we already finished early commercialization with Hong Kong government, and we reached the sale of 100K last year. And business model has been demonstrated successfully, rent or buy. So for this year, we set up the target for the 300K, and we need the investment to reach this target and to improve for the innovation and make the hardware more mobility. And for the longer term, we set up the sale target 700K, and we are looking for the collaboration together with partners like research partners and other business partners. So thank you very much. Any questions?
Perfect timing. Judges.
So as a commercial partner, what would it cost me to install this at an exhibition or at our university?
Cost, you mean? Well, can you give me a little bit more detail of that?
So if I wanted to buy this product and embed it at my university, how much would I need to pay?
You mean in terms of rent or buy?
Buy.
Buy. Normally, buy the cost will have cover idea. If we come across from zero, right? We need to come up with some brilliant idea, hardware, and software. So we need combine them together and come up with a whole solution rather than sell that hardware to you. It depends on how many days. For example, if you only rent 1 day or just buy is okay. So I guess it depends what is specifically your project is or what do you really want. Yeah.
Thank you. Can you just simplify for me a bit? Like tell me in one sentence, what is this thing? Or why do I need this?
Well, because it is interactive.
Okay.
And for example, for the curator of design, because our final customer could be a creator of exhibition, designers, general contractor, also could be the final clients. Because through this system, the people, when they come across the booth, yeah, this is so interesting. I will stay here longer. That is my thought for that.
Is it helping boost sales or something? What does it do? What's the outcome?
It depends which sort of message we like to put in, we like to incorporate.
I see.
Yeah. Thank you.
Could you explain a little bit more about the underlying technology, how that's unique, and something around how it's protected? So do you have patents and you know, can it be easily replicated?
Well, I already did a few IP last year. And actually the hardware is the innovation, and the smart mirror, as I said, is we developed that hardware. And we also did the interactive system to incorporate that smart mirror with sensor, including operation system. So if someone really want to go to this part, at least it will take 1 year to come here. And 1 year later will be the next stage, because we keep the continuous innovation.
And a final question on your business model: are you proposing to be the supplier to other advertising companies, or would you supply directly to a company who wishes to have an exhibition booth or advertise at a bus stop?
Well, that is a very good question, because right now both type of clients, actually for us, the first one is easier, because when we talk to the designer or the general contractor of certain events or the exhibitions, because they have a huge client network, then maybe we can easily get into that part. For myself, I don't want to be the general contractor for exhibition right now. That is not our advantage at. But if certain clients they come to us, say, how about you do this all for me? Why not? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, right. We're done. Thank you. Well done, Shuwei. Okay, next up, please welcome Taijiao. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's not really good, is it? Taijiao. You have to help me. Taijiao?
Taijiao.
Taijiao.
Taijiao. Yeah, Taijiao.
We practiced this last night, didn't we, guys? Yeah. See what a slow learner I am. Right. So, after Taijiao, we have Qima. Qima? Great. Okay. So, after Qima, we have coffee. So,
Capital.
that's the drink, not a picture. Okay. So, Pete's ready. Taijiao's ready.
Yeah.
In your own time. Go ahead.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Taijiao from Chinese Academy of Medical Sciences. So my project is about the development of with Bianque, or software for disease diagnosis. So as you know, China has a different healthcare system as that of the United States. So we do not have family doctors or general practitioners. So once people get a disease, they have to go to hospitals in cities and waiting for a long time for treatment. Now, Chinese government has decided to make changes by establishing GP systems in countryside. In China, half of the population are farmers. That means we need at least 0.7 million GPs. But currently, we have only 0.2 million GPs. So you can see how much the gap is. So training of qualified GPs takes a lot of effort and a long time to go. So our method with Bianque is an AI-based software for training and assisting nurses and junior doctors. Here I will show you how it works. So when patients go to see a doctor with our program will direct the doctor with pop-out questions. Then it will use automated search of a library of medical documents with a sophisticated algorithm. Then we'll give him a report with diagnostic, testing, and treatment options for this patient. So compared to the existing methods as Baidu and the SimCAT, you can see our method is automated. and with more diseases, and it's higher accuracy. So our software has developed in different formats, ranging from the cell phone version to desktop version and to robot version. And our future plan consists of 3 stages, ranging from including pilot experiments, pilot scheme in collaboration with at least one Chinese government, local governments. Then we will go to sales and marketing. So I will apply for £1 million funds from the Chinese government. Point 2 for validation of our methods. This will take about half a year. Then point 8 million for technical improvements and building the sales and support team. This will take about 1 year. So after this stage, we expect to get this program ready for commercialization. Thank you for attention.
Well done, Taijiao. Okay, judges.
Thank you for your presentation. In terms of accuracy, you say 80%.
Yeah.
Now, that's a big number, but that means that 1 in 5 is not accurate.
Yeah.
Can you say any more about the method, how you determine the accuracy?
Okay. So our method is a little bit sophisticated because we connected all the documents from textbooks and also the clinical guidelines and also the cases of experienced doctors. Then we transform the unstructured text to structured text. To structure text. Then we use a search program to go through all the diseases with structured questions. Do you see what? Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I understand how it works, but how have you measured accuracy?
Yeah.
Is that in blind studies or comparing to GPs?
Yeah, this is I will show you. So this test is a laboratory test. It's based on the good standards clinical cases. So this is why we are going forward to the real life testing for the pilot experiments. So I discussed with my mentor. We need to recruit about 200 and the doctors or medical school students, divide them into 2 groups, one with all apps, the other without all app, to compare the accuracy. Yeah, this is why we ask for this money,
Sorry, yeah. I think it's really interesting, and I think the space is quite interesting because a lot of players, and you mentioned Baidu and another company.
Yeah,
I didn't quite understand what you meant by automated versus non-automated. I wonder if you could just explain that a little bit.
Okay, so my approach do not require manual input. The computer will pop out the questions. You just follow my question to go forward all the process. So this is the automated process. You don't input your information first, but for other programs, you have to, like Baidu, you have to input the information yourself first, right? For my program, you do not need. They will ask your questions.
How do you pitch this to the hospitals? So is it in terms of the time the cost and time that's saved in terms of GP time, or in terms of the outcome for patients? I mean, what's the proposition, the value proposition to the hospitals?
The value proposition still the accuracy and the automation, because it may take a long time because they will go over the question again and again sometimes. So they reduce I think still give more accuracy, yeah.
Thank you. Have you talked to any UK hospitals about this, or anyone in the NHS?
Sorry, I haven't. Maybe next time I should.
And is that what you're asking from us? Is that your ask? What are you looking?
This is Chinese government funds.
Okay. All right, but I mean, do you want to get into the UK?
Maybe in the future, not right now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Thank you.
After the £1 million investment, how will you start to self-sustain the business?
Yeah, that's a good question. Firstly, we have to get it
time's up.
more
Really
accurate
sorry. Time's
to
up
get
for
the
questioning.
investment. Yeah, thank you.
Taijiao, well done. Don't tell them any more than they need to know. Right. Our final picture before coffee. Okay, that's the drink, not the picture. It's Qi Ma. So, please welcome Qi Ma. Okay, judges, you all right? Pete, you all right? Qi Ma, you got your slides? In your own time.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my great honor to be here in my presentation. My topic is R&D, our new high efficiency, our environmentally friendly biological feed. I am from China Agriculture University. In simple terms, think of my business as unit for chickens and other family livestock. As we know, animal production turns feed into food. However, during the horse, human beings faced 4 big problems. That is, health threats, antibiotics resistance, resource consumption, and the environmental pollution. The Chinese government have made a decision to antibiotics disallowed in 2020. So, big problems make us big opportunities. We developed our biological feed to solve this question, to solve these problems. That means using original fermentation, microflora, and yeast strains, and advanced fermentation technologies to make the animal growth performance good and healthy. The advantage of proposition includes efficient absorption, antibiotics alternatives, and reducing methane emissions, as well as low production costs and environmentally friendly. Also, commercial advantages of future branched proposition should be noted. Our customer segments include feed ingredient supplies, farming feed producers, and breeding enterprises. Our market is not focused on China, but also overseas. This is, we have finished progress till today. We have developed our technologies and strengths, and the invention patents have been granted. We have a big, good group and a team. We also need your help. We are looking for partnership, and we are also looking for investment. I think with your investment to turn our technology into practice, even pigs can fly. That's all. Thank you.
Well done, Qi Ma. What do you think of that, judges?
It's Yakult for chicken. What is your competition? Competition. Are there other people doing this?
Oh, yes. We have many competitors, but we don't worry about it because we have advanced fermentation technology, which we have only 50% cost when we produce our products with them. Another, our fermentation strains are evolution, and it has more effect, more good effects for the animal health.
So you're cheaper, but you're also
cheaper and more effective.
And better. Okay, thank you.
Hi, yeah. I guess so. My question is around the actual cost as a proportion of production to the feed manufacturers.
Yeah.
Because presumably, this is the feeds will be essentially fortified as an alternative to using Kangshengsu later on in the process.
Yeah.
So what kind of have you had any feedback from the feed producers in terms of the cost, whether or not it's viable from a commercial standpoint for them to use this product?
Sorry, you.
I guess the question is, so the cost. Have you had conversations? Have you spoken to the feed manufacturers?
Yeah.
And what do the costs look like to them? Is it attractive to them?
What our products host the users? Our host to the users are very low, which may be only less than 10% of the final cost of the feed. Because our technology based on the biological technologies, and we have a huge market, therefore.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, judges, no more questions. Perfectly clear pitch. Yakult for chickens. Chima, thank you very much. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, right. China, you're halfway there. Well done, those who've pitched. Now, the good news is, it gets better and better. We have 25 minutes for coffee, unless the Royal Academy of Engineering tells me otherwise. So we'd like you back here, please. We will start promptly at 11 a.m. And that gives our judges even more time to deliberate over the pitches they've seen so far. So, coffee is served outside. Please help yourselves. And I will see you back in here to start for the second round of China at 11 o'clock sharp. Thanks a lot. Thank you. So can I just check that all our pitchers are over here by the AV area? Good. Okay, so welcome back to part 2 of China. And our first pitcher, if we can welcome them please, is Xiang Li. Come on, Xiang. Come and stand on the pink spot.
All right.
We've got loads of time. You haven't. You've only got 3 minutes. No, I've got loads of time. All right. Your slides are okay?
All right.
There's your clicker.
Thanks.
Okay. Pete, you ready? Judges are ready. In your own time.
Yes. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Xiang Li, a professor from Wuhan University of Technology in China. I'm here today to show how our company can help improve your business by moving into the growing market of customization footwear. Well, why do people need a customization? When my daughter was 5 years old, one day she walked into a shoe store, but she couldn't find anything she likes. She asked me, Dad, why couldn't I have a pair of pink shoes with my O joint on them? I couldn't answer that. But now, with our innovation, we can customize footwear with not only pattern, but also materials, colors, insoles, and so on. And we can customize shoes to meet the special needs of the functioner. The market for customized footwear is worth 29 billion pounds in China, and it's growing at 34% per year. The proportion of online value of customized shoes has increased from 22% to 59%. Well, please imagine you are a customer walking into one of our experience store, firstly, you can scan your food with our 3D scanner, and you will get your data from our software, and then you will be linked to our online store to design and customize your shoes. Absolutely, you are paid online. And finally, you will get your shoes by our rapid manufacturing in 3 hours, sorry. Where we are, now we have granted a patent in China, and our software has been completed and tested. And there is an experience store has been set up in China. Now, we are growing the Shuangchi business. We can make a profit by design experience store for them across China cities. And we sell the hardware and software and a commission on the sale of shoes. We can expand our wide market. So actually, based on the footwear customization, let's see the data is our future. We are served different corporation for the based data. So we will enhance and improve the health of the population. Welcome, join us. Thanks for your listening.
Okay, judges.
Thank you. A very clear presentation.
Thank you.
So yes, I'm aware there's a growing market for customized shoes. Can you just explain how your offering is different?
Actually, in China, there are maybe 3 or 4 companies are doing this business. But I'm sure we are good at some things, such as experience design. That's my major. We can make a perfect system to service for this kind of model.
So is your proprietary element of the customization the foot scanner approach? Or do other manufacturers also use foot scanners?
Sorry?
What is your proprietary technology, the foot scanning technology?
Yes.
Okay. And do other manufacturers have that?
Yes. We get the better technology.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
You showed some numbers about the overall size of the market.
Yes.
What are your sales to date? And can you talk us a bit through your projections for future sales?
What we sell today, yeah.
So far, yeah.
Yeah,
And future as well.
And right now, we service for a large footwear manufacturer in China. And we have them to build the experience store by our technology, including the hardware and the software. And we can make a benefit from to design this store for them, and we can sell my hardware and software and license to them, to other, yeah.
So can I just clarify? So are you in the business of retail yourselves, or are you purely licensing the technology to other footwear manufacturers, retailers?
Yeah, and this stage we just serve for this manufacturer, and in the future maybe we can license to different manufacturer or local retailers. Yeah, that's the last step.
Okay. Thank you very much. Can you tell me a bit more about the social impact of this? You mentioned it in there, but can you just explore a little bit more for me?
Social, sorry.
Social impact, socio-economic.
Social.
Yeah.
Social and economic, yeah. Yes, in our plan, in the future we will use our technology, this customized plan 4, to make some online and offline business innovation. And people can use this service to improve their healthy, make them better healthy. And because this innovation is based on the data, so the data can be used to service for the public healthy, or make some operation with other company to make human a better life, the data sharing, yeah.
How easy is this for large brands to copy?
now I can say we got the scan technology. We got the pattern scan knowledge. And I think the point is we can update our technology and our software very soon. We can update them.
Can I just clarify? You mentioned, do you have a store?
Store.
Do you have a shop as
Yeah.
we speak? You have.
We set up a store for a manufacturer, shoes manufacturer, right now in China. One store. Huh? How many?
All right, I'm sorry, judges, we're out of time.
In the future? Now, one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Don't
you.
tell them any more information unless they're going to give you some money. Right.
Thanks.
Okay, Xiong, thank you very much. Right. Now, next up, which I didn't prepare, but they're already organized, Xiaoding. Come on, Xiaoding. Please welcome Xiaoding to the pitching area.
Thank you.
Okay, now after Xiaoding, we have Xue Bai. Ready? Okay, so Xiaoding, your slides are up?
Yeah.
Judges are ready, Pete's ready, off you go.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name's Will. I'm a founder and CEO of Yugo House, that we will create the smart shops in China. The problem we are addressing at first is that the big supermarket chain in China now struggling to maintain the growth just because the economic is slowing down. And there are a lot of small corner shops in China also struggle to compete and have limited open time, and there's no technology to help them to be more efficient. In our solutions, we developed a technology that enables smart shop to stay opening for 24 hours without the staff. And we have already demonstrated our system and technology with Alibaba, and we have already made our first sale. Commercial agreement with Alibaba gave me access to the 1.5 million small stores in China, which is about 1/4 of the market in China. That's a very large market we can't focus on before we're looking at the rest of the world. In our business model, we outsource our manufacturing and system installations. We only produce the core hardware and software, and in the models, the store customer the payment will be collected by us, and then we will pay the store later. There are a lot of big brand competitors, but our technology approach is much cheaper and more flexible. Alibaba used to be one of my competitors, but they decided to work with us right now. We currently have already got our first generation technology ready, and we have already made our first sale. As long as our agreement with Alibaba has been placed, we would expect to expand our capability very rapidly, and we also expect to have agreement with all of these big brands in China. We have already got a very great team in China with full experience of technology and entrepreneur, which is perfect. We are currently looking for £2 million investment for the future expansion. If you are very interested, just come to see me. Thank you.
Well done, Xiaoding. Okay, judges.
Maybe I'll go first. Could you talk me through how you partner with companies like Alibaba? So you have a contract with them to license the technology for the store or the whole store design? And how sort of scalable is that? I mean, can you put any numbers against what you see as being likely kind of sales over the next 3 to 5 year period?
Let's see the numbers here. And Alibaba's, they actually have a lot of divisions in the company, but we currently work with their 4 divisions now. And with their 4 divisions, we have different contracts. I will show you the label. Where is that? Oh, here. With this department, they are in charge of all the supply chains. And with department, they are in charge of all of these small stores. They have 1.5 million stores in China. And Alipay, maybe you have already know that, they are in charge of all the payments channel. And with AliCloud, they are in charge of all of this data analysis. Basically, we have 4 different kind of relationship with these 4 divisions now. But for next week, we will have a meet with those tools. We are start to reconstruct the 1.5 million stores, and we will start it from next week. So actually, we have a great chance to access all of the store. But for this year, their plan is 5,000 stores for this year right now. Yeah.
Very interesting presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Could you comment on the socio-economic impact?
Okay. You're not the only one who asked that, because I did have some clients from the whole, I'm in charge of the whole city. They asked me that if we do use our technology, we will have so many people to lose their job. Actually, that's the reason why we start to get a new project which is called Day Plus Night project. Usually, you could still operate your stores during the day as normal. You do not need to fire your current employee. But during the night, you can use my technology to generate more income, and you do not need to actually to increase the staff. So that's what we currently do. Yeah.
As a customer in one of your stores,
Yep.
if there's a problem with my purchase or transaction,
Yep.
talk me through how your technology deals with that.
Okay, I already have the call centers. And within each stores, I already get a pad here. You can just click to call us, and we have 24-hour service for all stores together. We manage every store from a partner. And this is a note from one of my store customer, which is, I think it's a high school student. And we already get some notes here. They could give me some feedback, but it's just original one, which is fun. You can have a look on that.
Just one more question from me. What happens if the technology fails?
And the reason why we have our operation and the call center is we actually could react from our people here, so we could control everything from our call centers. Basically, 95% of problem will be solved by us rather than others. But we also have the agents in each cities. So with some problem which we cannot solve, they could come to that store and solve all the problem here. Yeah. Yeah.
You thought about bringing this to other countries?
Oh yeah, we currently have some potential customer here right now already, which I have already met one of them last week. And we also have customers from Dutch, Australian, Italian, and German. Yeah,
Gotta
that's
stop.
What,
Thank you. Sorry, no more questions. Okay, Xiaoding, thank you. Well done. Thank you. Now, next up, Xue Bai.
Yes.
Please welcome Shuwei. Now, Shuwei, are you going to tell them your other name?
Yeah.
Is it part of your pitch?
Yes.
All right. I'm not going to say a word. Okay, after Shuwei, we have Yong Li. Okay, Yong's getting ready, he knows. Judges, you ready? Pete's ready. Shuwei, in your own time.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Xue Bai. I come from Institute of Forensic Medicine, Forensic Science, I come from Institute of Forensic Science, Ministry of Public Security, China. My project is a DNA testing kit, which can be used for personal identification and paternity testing. Nowadays, the difficulties in forensic science detection is degraded DNA and touch DNA. For example, in 911 terrorist arrest, there are over 1,000 of victims cannot make accurate identification because of their DNA degraded. But our kit can settle this problem. We have already have our own patent. We designed special primers which can make the amplification fragment much shorter, and the kit twice as sensitive as the existing kit. Also, we include all the relevant Chinese DNA locking. We have do market research. There are several hundred forensic labs in China want to use our kit, and they would buy a total of over 18,000 kits. It's a very large market. We also have the support from our government. So the money is not the problem. But we can't because of the trade war. The price of our key reagents increased 10%, and the delivery time is too long. Although we have Chinese suppliers, but they cannot meet our quality requirements well. So when I come here, I want to find an opportunity on European manufacturer or partners. We want to make a link with an organization that can supply high-quality reagents for us. Also, if you have interested on our production, we can work together to form a commercial organization in China. I want the help of Live Communication to make effective contacts with suitable organizations. At last, I want to see, let us make efforts for the world peace and the security together. Thank you.
That was perfect timing. Now, judges, questions.
Thank you. Very, very good presentation.
Thank you.
My question is, you're focused there very much on the Chinese market opportunity and supplying customers in China. Have you thought about the wider global market? Is that something that you're also looking at? Maybe you can talk a little bit about the broader opportunity.
Yes, we have thought of the other market outside China, but if our products sold to other countries, we have to get the certifications such as ISO. Now I have already prepared to apply the certification of ISO. Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
So has anybody bought these things? Have you sold any yet?
Sorry?
Have you sold any of these units? Have you made any sales? Like,
yeah.
Has anybody purchased them?
Purchase name.
他说销售量到目前为止，你们销售多少？
Oh, yes, we have already about 12 kits. Yeah, 12 kits, a series of kits for different purposes. We have autosomal chrome kits and YSTR chromosome kits, and also have the kits for animals, for plants, a series. So,
who is your customer?
My customer is DNA labs who use DNA, who do the DNA testing lab.
Are
Yes.
those labs normally independent, or are they operated by the PSB?
Not. Also, the social agencies such as who do the paternity testing can use a kit.
Paternity testing?
Yes, paternity testing is okay. Yes.
Okay, so there's many different applications
Yes.
for this technology.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we have time? Can you say any more about the? Can you say any more about the supply problems and manufacturing within China? So you're obviously looking now to source components or TAC and reagents internationally, but are there any efforts underway to try and make the reagents within China?
Reagent. Do you see? You mean if there are any competitors in China?
No. Could you not manufacture these products in China? Could you not source the reagents in China?
Yes, we have tried a lot of Chinese suppliers, but they cannot fit our quality requirements.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Shuwei, well done. Judges, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Right, next up we have Yong Li. Come on, Yong, onto the pink spot. Please welcome Yong to the pitch-in area. And after Yong Li, we have Yong Ma. Okay, we're ready. Okay. Or Ma Yong, right?
Yeah, you're right.
I get it right. They're training me still. And still will continue. Okay, so, Yong, you ready? Your slides are ready?
I'm ready.
Our judges are ready. Pete's ready in your own time.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm almost the last speaker. Maybe I hope you have energy. Firstly, I will introduce my mentor, which is there. And today, my topic is about climate change. It's zero emission retrofit for China's small coal-fired plants. I'm Yong Li from Trinity International. So you can see from this picture. As you know, China is experiencing heaviest pollution right now, and we're also the largest producer of carbon dioxide because we consume more than 50% of the total coal of the world. So let's see what Chinese government is doing right now. The Chinese government is shifting our energy structure to green. And last year, we speed up the new policy. We have carried out the new policy, speed up phasing out the small-sized coal-fired plants. But, you know, it also brought us social problem. Lose a lot of jobs, financial crisis, financial risks. So this is our solution. Our solution is a new system. You can see from right side, we can fuel cell different group of fuel cell together, and we will produce electricity and heat. The right side, you can see the recycled battery side, another unit. So we use innovative devices, bio cells, linked together as a new system. So what's the uniqueness of new system? You can see, I can see that this is the first zero-emission system in the world. And it can bring us clean energy, like green electricity and heat. It can also, bring us the balance of supply and demand of the grid, also bring us financial benefits. So from this picture, you can see all new system may be a little expensive, but have a good return. So what price can you put on one planet we have? From estimation, we have a good return for the next 5-year plan, about 9 million US pounds. So if what we need today is a 2 million pounds investment for research and development and pilot. I think you will have good return. So last, everyone likes panda. If you do not react, we have no more pandas. So please keep in touch. Thank you.
Okay, Yong, thank you. Right, judges, questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We all like pandas. We do want to save the pandas.
Okay.
Could you say a little bit more about how the technology works?
Yeah, okay, we can back. Okay, this system. You can from the left side. It's composed by different groups of fuel cell. And its main function is to provide the electricity and the heat. We will add the hydrogen into as a material inside, and they will have chemical reactions. What they produce is only water. No carbon dioxide, no SO2, no NOx, and no particle materials. It's very clean.
But what's the source of the fuel then?
Source of fuel is hydrogen, H2, you know. So on the right side, you can see we use the recycled EV battery. You know, electric vehicles, after about 80 years use, the battery cannot use. But we can put here, recycle catalyst use. As you know, they can be functioned as a storage system. Oh.
So it's a storage system,
Yeah, storage
not an energy production system.
Yes, if you, we can get the electricity from grid during the valley. You know valley? Yeah, and then they provide electricity in the peak hours. We can get some money.
Can you just talk me through how you're planning to raise the 90 million that you need?
90 million, I just 2 million.
2 million initially for research
Yeah.
and development,
Yeah.
but then one of your slides said you need 90 million to set up.
Yeah, yes, it's a little expensive to do traditional coal-fired plant because the fuel cell is quite expensive because of the scale. We are just developing the fuel cell, so it's one unit quite expensive. But you can balance it with maybe more EV batteries and use shorter fuel cells, make a balance of your cost. Depends on what you need. If you want to need more electricity, you should use more fuel cell. If you need more heat, you should use more EV batteries, maybe. Make balance. Okay, depends on different scenarios.
Could you just talk me through the business model a little bit in terms of, are you selling directly to the power companies or the construction companies or the power plant operators? I don't fully understand the ecosystem.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Very good question. Actually, we have different scenarios. First, we can add the EPC, equipment, and procurement and install. We fully key project, we can do this. And the second scenario is the coal-fired plants assume as a task, and then we will install. They will buy the fuel cell, batteries, and we just provide the technology service. We have the own innovative devices to link together the whole system, make it function well, and then we just got the fees for lessons and maintenance.
So are you reusing or recycling the batteries?
Recycled, yeah.
Recycled, so they're being recycled into the base materials.
Sorry?
How are you recycling the batteries?
Yeah, we just collected from the market. From the market, where the consumer do not use. We collect it.
Yong, we've got to stop. I'm sorry, no more questions.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Yong. All right. We say bye-bye to the panda. We say hello to Yong Ma. Yong Ma, come on. On to the big spot. Our next picture. And after Yong Ma, we have Qing Dai. Okay, right. So, Yong, slides are up. Judges are ready. Beats ready. 3 minutes in your own time.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yong Ma from China. Today, I want to talk about your cloud computing service from two aspects, server and client virtualization. Almost companies and organizations want efficient, reliable, and low-cost IT systems, reduced maintenance fees, and lower license fees. But your system offers a solution to these challenges. And from this picture, your cloud system can take the customer's benefits, such as more efficient, minimize energy use, reduce software fee, more efficient maintenance. Our today addressable market segments, such as hospitals, universities, business, NGOs, and government affairs, energy corporations, and others. In China market, we must face three major competitors: VMware, Citrix. USA products are more expensive, slow to adapt to China customers' needs. AliCloud focuses on public cloud, and Huawei Cloud majorly provides hardware solution. Both of them are expensive
to private clouds, but your cloud can adapt to some important industries, provide low price of license fee, quickly adjust to the customer needs. However, its market share is low. In last year, our corporation final revenue was $3.6 million, but the profit was a surprise, $1.5 million. What's important is to grow the business in the future. We have built 6-year package plan. In the first stage, we want to seek $0.6 million to operate new devices. In second stage, we want to seek another $0.8 million to expand market shares. In the last stage, we want to seek the final $1 million to build the platform. Thank you very much.
Perfect timing, Yong. Right. Judges, questions?
You have a number of potential customers. How do you plan to market to those different customers and reach them? So you have lots of customers.
Yeah.
How do you market to them?
Okay, just because at first, by to integrated dealers, and today, when we go to the business with the industries, and we can get the ongoing fee. And ongoing fee, implementation fee, we know the industry need of the customers, and so we can get the business directly to the customers. At first, by integrated dealer, yeah, and then we can go to the business with the customers directly. Yeah, okay.
As this slide demonstrates, you are making a nice profit. 1.5 million.
Yeah.
Why are you seeking investment? What advantage is there to having investors? Why not invest from your profits?
Okay. You know, I tell the market share is very low today, just because we focus on industry segmentation. We want to just why? What's the reason? Or what's the reason is that we can live. It is just because of we can adapt to China's customers' needs, and you know, Ali Cloud and Huawei Cloud takes the majority market shares, and in the next part, and just because the low cost is my majority and advantages, and why we get the invest just because we want to take the another partners in the first stage technology partners to develop new cloud devices to operate on future devices such as cloud soundbox and unfold screen telephone, and it's very new business model. Another kind of device, and in edge in the edge calculation such as cameras, and it's a new kind of cloud devices. And in the second stage, we want to expand the market share to seek the new industry partners. Yeah.
That's one more question. I was just wondering, you showed your competitors, but who are your customers? Which industries, which clients are you targeting?
Who are your customers to date, and who are your target customers?
Target customer. And today, we have the universities such as Sichuan and others. And now the target means from operation big data and such as
Maybe I can also just expand on that. So why do they choose you over the competitors?
Oh dear, we might not be able to have any more expansion.
Quick to adapt to
Tell them anything
customers'
else.
needs. Okay.
Okay, Yong Ma, thank you very much. That's the end of the questioning. Thank you. Well done, sir. Okay. Qing. Our last Chinese pitcher. Give him a big welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Qing, 180 seconds. You ready?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Judges ready?
Yeah.
Pete's ready. In your own time.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Qing from the National Center of Nanoscience and Technology, which belongs to CAS in China. And today I'm very pleased to give a pitch for the industry partnership for a medical device which major market in China. Oops, I forgot my controller. And as we may all know, the diabetes has been a massive global health problem, and the situation is even worse in China because according to the statistic, we got over 140 million diabetes now in China, and that figure even grows 10% every year. So according to that case, diabetes screen for like 700 million high-risk nations are highly recommended by our national standard. The problem is we have no proper technology now to rank this large population to a manageable number for further diabetes diagnosis. Because the finger blood test is not good enough to make the decision whether it should go for the further or not. So our solution to this problem is trying to develop a non-invasive markers as a complementary for the finger blood for screening to improve the accuracy and also the clinical compliance. From this following table, I think we can tell our solution using the saliva can outperform the existing using and also underdeveloped competitor. For example, the Terumo urine test strip and also the Google contact lens for tears. And what we have done, first of all, we have made these things work in China. It has been used. And behind this, we filed 14 patents. We passed the clinical trial. We done the screen for over 80,000 users, and also we received 2 million investment from a venture capital. The reason I'm here is trying to looking for a European partnership which we can out-license our technology to. And the ideal partner will have a well-established distribution network and familiar with the CE regulation and with experience about the similar technology. And I believe the LEAF community have this connection with this kind of company, and I'm really pleased they can provide a connection for them to me. Thank you.
Qing, you done perfect timing. Well done. Okay, judges.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was very clear. Just give us some figures. How many have you sold so far?
All right.
If VCs have put in 2 million, you must be selling a lot of these things.
Actually, because there are some certificate system, you need to get approved first before the CFDA department in China. The good news is we just received the certificate this morning. Okay, we get finally approved. We can now start selling. But for the previous 4 years, we can take some income by providing the service and the consultancies. So for example, if you look at this picture here, we're providing some like self-blood monitor or glucose monitoring service to the local community. And they want some novel technology with non-invasive, and they can DIY. So we supplied to 8 local communities for the past 4 years, and we get like 50K pounds for that. Okay. Is that, you know?
Okay. On slide 3, you go back one slide, actually. You say selectivity, I guess you mean specificity.
The sensitivity and the selectivity, they are according to different situations. For the sensitivity, you want find some real diabetes. If it's diabetes, it will say yes, and with no false pause.
Yes,
and the selectivity.
It's specificity,
yes,
not selectivity.
Yes.
So rather than crosses, put some numbers on those for us. So what is the percentage sensitivity and what's the percentage specificity?
Okay. So for the sensitivity, it has to be over 75% according to the requirement to be approved. And for the selectivity, it has to be over 90%.
And what is yours?
My one, just above that 2 figures.
What figures?
Okay, so 93 for me for the selectivity and 82% for me for the sensitivity. Yes.
You talked about your main ask here is about finding distribution partners overseas.
Yes.
What are the main pain points going to be in terms of taking this product global?
Okay, that's very good questions. Because I think why I'm the main pinpoint, because they have different approval system from China and to the rest of the world. Look, okay, if we're going to the US, we have the FDA department, and if we're going to Europe, we need to apply for CE. That's why I say if we want extended our market share in Europe, we have to get some partnership with familiar with this. Okay, so I think that's the most important part, the policy part. Yes, yeah.
Any more questions, judges? All is clear. Qing, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well done. China, you're done. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. Well done. Hello, Egypt. Enjoy lunch. All right, okay. I'm sensitive of time. I want to make sure everybody gets their lunch. And so I'm going to save feedback from our judges till later on when we collate the information. Just one note, dotted around the venue, you're going to see some social media signs. A lot of lift magic has been happening in the last 10 days in our #secret training location that nobody seems to post. So any other pictures and messages that you'd like to share with the rest of the world, please feel free to go ahead and go mad on social media. There might even still be opportunity to win that great British prize, hey Pete? Okay, right, so can I please thank our judges here? Their work has only just started. Please give them a huge round of applause. Thank you. They won't have time for lunch, but that's okay. And can we also please thank my picture room team, Pete Moores, Hannah, and Alex Smeets. Thanks, guys. All right, so next thing that's going to happen is lunch. Lunch will be served downstairs in the National Grid Room, for those who like a name. It's where you have breakfast, and it is from now until 12:45. So by 12:45, which is about 1 hour from now, we would like everybody back here for the grand finale pitch session with Egypt.